So I'm going to talk about what my relationship and understanding with Tantra is throughout this video. And I realized that like when I thought I was done, I had more to say. So then I would hop back on and record. But because I was thinking about it more and the ways that that I experienced it and it touched me, I'm speaking in different speeds and different tones. And sometimes it's joyful, sometimes it's like a lower, slower way of talking. But it's because these are the different ways that I experienced it. And every time I left to thinking I was done recording, I'd fall into like a remembrance of a different experience I'd have. And then I'd come back on and press record and start talking about that part of it. And so this video is going to be kind of choppy when it comes to like vibe, but hopefully I have everything that I want to say about it out. I also know that my understanding of this is going to change over time. And this is just kind of an update of where I'm at and how I've experienced it so far in my journey. So enjoy. So I want to do a short rundown of how I believe Tantra to be, because there's a lot of different interpretations of it out there, and there's a lot of practices that are, you know, from the original versions of it. But really the way that I experience it and the way that I practice it and use it is that it's a tool to return more of you back to you, and to become tender enough to where you are receptive to the world and willing to experience it, and all of this inner beauty and inner glow and the center that you have when it's guiding you is allowed to touch all of the things that are touching you back. So to me, it's about becoming just this like tender passageway of life to flow through you and be experienced by you as this like individual lens of the universe. You know, like that's really what I truly believe it is. It's just bringing all of you back here to experience your inner your inner goodness, your inner relationship with the universe and the world, and what that means for you as an individual. To me, it's like the thing that makes the most sense when it comes to understanding how to connect with the world. Religion wants to give you structures, you know, but these structures are coming from outside of you, and the only point that they're making is to try and keep the psyche safe. They're like, good, bad. Like, if you don't have a grip on the world, this is what it does for you. Good, bad. Moral, immoral, pure, impure, clean, dirty. Like, it helps you feel like you have a sense of guidance, when like really your sense of guidance is this. All of this. It's your soul star, your inner eye. It's your way of communicating with the world and your way of receiving. And so Tantra, to me, just kind of opens you back up to that in its full capacity and your full authenticity and ability to relate with everything. And it does this through interacting with your energy centers, these very real energy centers in your body that spin and hold capacity for different emotions, different tools that we're born with, and they're invisible, you know, but you can feel it. You can feel it. And when you train yourself to see, you can see things like auras and colors and visions within people's faces. And so that's what reconnecting with like all of this woo-woo hippy-dippy stuff does for you. It's just like clear, centered, ready for life. Now it's just flowing through you. Now you're pulsating with it. Now you're dancing with it. Now you're in the flow with things. Oh, it's going to touch you and you're going to go, wah, and then you're going to touch back and it's going to go, wah, and then you're going to realize, oh my God, we're in this spinning vortex with each other. Wah, that's how everything is. Wah. And life just becomes fun and simple and easy again. Well, you're more exposed to your feelings and other people's feelings. So I don't know about simple and easy, but you're more willing to live. You're more willing to interact and go through all the stuff because you know that you're centered, and like whatever happens, it's like, you know that you're here and you got you, and you're just, you know, following through with all that is. I'm ready for it, to be interacting with it. And it is also getting to enjoy the experience of soft sexuality and loving touch and being with the senses. And people think that it's about sex, and when you're when you're present with life, it becomes so much easier to desire that, and you become aligned with people who are aligned with you in that way, because you're following this like beautiful energy that's just flowing through you, and that is sexual energy, like pulsating. It's like you're just more sensitive to your senses, and sensuality becomes the driving force. And sex is one of the ways that people drop into the most vulnerable version of themselves. And so using this thing that shows you more of you and helps us untangle one of the things that we have the most confusion around, the most distance from, using Tantra to help untangle that turns loving sessions into deeper, more sensually inviting opportunities to be with yourself and be with the person that you're with in its full presence and capacity. And so it makes intercourse more alive. And that is just really sweet and sensitive and all the things. Another aspect of Tantra is that it taps into the multi-dimensional everything. Like, it can tap into past lives. You can have experiences with past lives and heal versions of that. With the now, you can tap into alternate realities or dimensions and align yourself with those. And because Tantra is full presence, it's full presence with everything, the multi-layers of this moment. Like that's Tantra is, when you're well practiced and have been practicing for a long time. And while I have not experienced the capability to just do that on my own, I've experienced some occurrences where I felt like I was playing around in that realm. But when I've experienced it through people who have been practicing for a long time, who have really strong capabilities, it's just like nothing to them. You can have these amazing experiences just through their choice to like gift that to you in pursuit of healing and coming back into self and presence and beauty. They can do some amazing things. And I understand that you can learn to do these things through just practicing using the different energy centers in your body, pairing it with these powerful energy movements and practices through Tantra. It puts it in a different level. Like your whole being understands it. It's more than just seeing. Like when you incorporate well-practiced, I want to say physicians, I don't even know what to call them, tantric masters, whatever, energy masters, when you're in the hands of these people who understand it and understand it well and understand how to hold it for healing purposes, it's just a very different experience. I've had energy work done on myself by many different practitioners who have all kinds of ways of practicing, but man, being held by people who just like cut straight to the core of it, to the body experience, to the soul experience, like different. So that's another aspect of it. And I think that's the last thing that I'll address on this what is Tantra topic.